Good evening all. It's 11:10. I don't know if your friends have gone to sleep or it's probably the right time to go to sleep. But I just want to mention something here that is quite disturbing for not only me, but I would think the nation as a whole. I was going to wait till if some people come on, so they maybe can can spread the message. But it normally takes a couple of minutes. And even for the people who come on from overseas, that you can hear that not only is Facebook censoring many people around this country and around the world, but they are censoring people who tell the truth. I made a video this morning on the 1 million or one movement or that kind of their foundation, and there was a lot of back and forth of comments and that. Now I made this video and it wasn't insulting, it wasn't derogatory. I didn't use the man's name because I don't know the man. But he contacted me late in the afternoon and wanted to be, and was all nice on the voice messages and all glory, glory, hallelujah. The leader of, or the young man, I wouldn't call him a leader, the young man of the 1 million movement or whatever they call themselves. I don't know what they call themselves. So I made a video of people that send me voice notes who appear with him on photographs and then write what a wonderful person he is. And then I've got the voice notes. I then question the people about, on the voice note from one of the people, her name is Debbie Else, of where is the 1.5 million rand that was collected by the leader of the One Movement Million or Move 1 Million when he had another Facebook page group called I Am Staying. So this evening, while I'm talking from Kurt Schuler's phone, this evening my Facebook was disabled. Now if we cannot tell the truth with my Facebook disabled, doesn't mean it's going to close my mouth. I'll just open up another page, as simple as that. But to these people, and I'd love to ask you, all of you, because when Jared contacted me, Move 1 Million, boss, leader, what all you call, he was basically so nice to me that it was dripping with honey. He's a youngster, man. He's a kid. What I've forgotten about politics, he must still learn. And when I say some of the things that I have said, that a march should be done when you don't need 3 months to arrange a march. I've got contacts in government that cannot find any paper from a video of his that says Mrs. Zuma, that said that Mrs. Zuma has not given permission for the march. Because as we know, COVID only goes now, the lockdown, from month to month. So nothing in that video was contradictory. I said to him, well done. I said, but please, when we get to a point of leading a country and wanting to take over a country, we can't promise people things until we've taken over the country. And the chances of taking over the country from the African National Congress is virtually nil. We know that. Maybe in 30 years' time. Maybe in some of our lifetime. But the leader of hello Beverly, of Move 1 Million contacted me and we had a nice chat. But then the video that I made this afternoon, Facebook sends me and says about this video, where Debbie Else contacted me and sent me, and I'm telling it straight now, voice notes of that she doesn't trust him. She's gone into his background, and there's 1.5 million rand missing. I'm not here to belittle, but when people then get their little cronies together and send messages to Facebook and say, oh, he said this or he said this. I've said nothing derogatory on that video. I've watched that video over and over and over and over again. There's nothing derogatory on the video. It was basically saying, this is where we stand. Have respect for people. Have respect for our nation. And that no march is a picnic. And then Facebook disables you. This reminds me of China, of Russia, and now I can see what, and please, I'm not comparing myself, please. Now I can see what Donald Trump goes through. That everything he puts onto social media besides Twitter, and sometimes Twitter, gets taken down. So I'm going to ask you, friends, if you can do me a favor on your Facebook, is my girlfriend has put a message on her Facebook, but if you can just put a message on that my Facebook has been disabled. Until when or till how, it doesn't give me days, it gets nothing, it just says it's been disabled. Now, when you get disabled for telling the truth, you're living in a very dangerous country. So Mark Zuckerberg, excuse my French, can go and fuck himself. Because Facebook didn't make Anthony Hall. And the people that reported me for that video may be cronies of one man march or whatever they want to call themselves, or friends, hey, let's nail this oak because he's telling the truth, or he's getting too close to the fried pot. You can go fuck yourself as well. I've overcome many obstacles in my life. I've overcome from being a penniless, homeless, toothless man to what I am today. I don't give up a fighter. I've been a fighter my whole life, and I will die a fighter if God gives me the strength. I've got beautiful people around me who support me. I've got a beautiful girlfriend who supports me and doesn't take the limelight, even though she's a doctor. But she knows that this man will fight till the bitter end. To you people who reported that video to Facebook, let me tell you about yourselves. You've got no backbone. You feel as though you can keep a man's mouth still because of maybe your crooked ways, but you can't. My stuff is backed up. All the voice notes I received are all backed up. I'm not a fool, man. Look how many countries where they've claimed and they've cut down social media, what happened. Look what, when they tried to cut down social media in Hong Kong, look what happened. You never get luck if you dig a grave for another man telling the truth. Go read Winston Churchill and go read history. Because whoever did this, them and their cronies, it must have been taken about 3 or 4 to report it, to be disabled on an innocent video. And I'm going to put this video on you. Are so weak, are so insecure, and you think that you can run a country. You think you can march and run a country. You must go play Lego, man. You must go play Lego with yourself. Because nothing stops me opening up another Facebook page. I'll get thousands of followers in 10 minutes. You know nothing about war. You know nothing about government. You know what it's all about? It's all about your egos, man. And like I've said many times before, and I'm saying this very humbly, I've appeared on most TV stations around the world. I don't count ETV and SABC. I've been on them too, but they're small. If you want fame, and if you want to become well known, and you want to achieve something in your life, and you want to use your own finances to achieve it, get your shoes on and walk to where the people are and work hard. I didn't become well known overnight. It's taken me years and years. And I tell you what, I don't want to be some kind of a celebrity. People say, oh, you like so well known, you're some kind of a celebrity. No. I want to be a man that is known that the truth is the fucking truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Because if you're in today's newspaper, tomorrow that newspaper is used to wrap up fish and chips. But never play with a man's freedom. The greatest fight we have got in South Africa today is how the people now, these people, because it's someone involved in this video. It can't be. It's not Donald Trump or someone like that. There's someone involved in this video. I'm kind of know exactly who it is. And it's a strange thing in this world, is that the truth will always come out. The truth will always come out. Because I've got 100,000 followers, it doesn't mean that makes me a person, because I don't know most of them. I only know the good people who stand by me all the time. But you egotistical little bastards, go report this to whoever you want to. You are nothings, man. The only reason my video was complained about is because certain people, without me naming them, have got something to hide. Now I can promise you, from tomorrow, I will show you how I fight back. I'm an ex-detective. I know the score in this game. I don't know everything. I know about police work and I know about drug addiction. I'm going to investigate if there is 1.5 million and where it is. I'm going to investigate if there's an MPO number. I'm going to investigate this organization inside out. Because you have just curtailed my freedom of speech. Anyone can do it. I can get my 35 men on the farm now and go and report anyone. And they'll be disabled by Facebook. You've played into the hands of the enemy. You've allowed the truth to sway you for your egos. You have put yourself before country. And like I said in the video, what I've forgotten about politics, these people must still learn. Because I do nothing for ego, man. I don't walk around with big hats on and jewelry and talk like down to people and think they're a piece of scum. Everything done by Anthony Hall is done financed by Anthony Hall. No one else. I haven't asked a person for a pretty penny, and I built up a fair place here at RAEL. It looks beautiful. And I've been in the public eye for a long time. And it's not nice all the time. Sometimes you want a bit of privacy. Ask my girlfriend. You want a bit of privacy. But I will never stop the fight to try and help my part in this country. But if you've got South Africans, and I believe these are white people, I'm almost willing to stake as much money as I've got on exactly who orchestrated this. Because the person who orchestrated this is the person with the most to lose. And I swear by one God on this earth, I'm going to investigate from tomorrow. I'm going to use every connection that I've got in every government department. I'm going to use every connection I've got in every bank. I'm going to use every connection that I've got at Home Affairs. Every connection that I've got at Cipro. and I will find out who did this dirty, filthy thing to me and my friends. The struggle is the struggle to be free. If you have aspirations to go to Parliament, don't think you go to Parliament and everyone claps hands for you. Because it is much easier to sit in Parliament and shout from the opposition desk and tell the government what they're not doing right, even in Britain, even in 10 Downing Street in England, even in the Congress of America, the Parliament of Australia, New Zealand, countries that are democratic. If you don't have anything to hide, it's easier to shout from the opposition benches because you don't have to go and implement it. I was chosen last year as the premier candidate for a political party, which I then withdrew because I couldn't do both. I know politics. I know egos. 15 years ago when I was on TV, or 20 years ago when I was on TV for the first time, I thought I was Tom Hanks until someone brought me down to size. And then I went on TV around the world. I was one of the leaders of the Zuma Must Fall marches. I spoke at the Zuma Must Fall marches. I was interviewed by the BBC, CNN, and ITV at the Zuma Must Fall marches. I know what I'm talking about. But you know why I know what I'm talking about? Because I'm never afraid to take guidance. Even at my age of 56, I'm never afraid to, when someone says to me, Anthony, don't you think we should do it this way? I'm not that type of man to say, no, it's my way or the highway. I'm not a one-man bandwagon. As you've noticed my RAEL pages, I let different people speak every night because it's not about me, it's about the message. I was not born to raise followers. I was born to raise leaders. And leaders raise leaders. And I'm a leader. And that's why the men around me are all leaders in their own right. They are all wonderful people because they know how to lead. Because when we sit down and have our meetings at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, whenever we decide our plan of action for tomorrow. And we discuss it. We don't discuss it on a totalitarian basis. We're not living in China now. So that video that I made about Million Move, and I mentioned the allegation made by Debbie Else, who hangs on to the leader of, or I don't know what do you call a Facebook leader? I don't know. That there's 1.5 million rand missing. Obviously got Peter nerve. I will not stop. My girlfriend knows me and so does my friends. This spurs me on even greater. This makes me sleep less. This makes me want to cover all the dirt. And I will. This country has to be free. The white man has never been able to stay together. Because I can tell you now, a colored man or a black man would never have done this. Because they weren't involved in it. And they would never have done this. They're not that type. I know what floats their boat. Obviously money floats their boat. But they're not pimpers. They're not cowards in that sense of the word. And they don't feel threatened. No one reports anyone on a Facebook page, which is my business as well. Don't forget that, it's my livelihood. No one reports someone unless someone's cage has been rattled and they've got something to hide. As you say, Gil, they've got something to hide. I'll be back. And I'm going to enjoy this trip back. South African white people have never been able to stand together. Most of them are cowards. I saw it when I was in the murder and robbery unit. So please, I ask you just to put on your Facebooks that my Facebook has been disabled. And if anyone needs to contact me, they can do through WhatsApp at 071 592 3165. Freedom, liberty, equality. Not ego, fraud. God bless you, and thanks for listening. And thanks for helping.